likes up, get them 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 likes up, get them, yeah, get them likes up, 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 up.
Welcome to another episode of Spinning the Block. I'm Derek Demure.
And I'm DJ Designs.
We don't make the headlines.
We debate the headlines and give them to you straight.
Already say, before we get into this episode, we just want to let y'all know that this episode is brought to you by Hughes BOA. We don't make clothes, we make statements. It's also brought to you by D's Totally Tees. If you need anything custom, holla at DJ Designs because he makes everything custom. Know what I'm talking about? Now,
Like
like I
that.
said, man, we got a hell of a show for y'all tonight. We got Trump's inauguration. We got, did Ack apologize to LeBron James for hollering about he cheated on his wife? We got Snoop, Rick Ross, Soldier Boy, Nelly, and Hot Water for performing at the crypto ball for Trump, or was it for Trump? What else we got? Layla Ali versus Clarissa Shields. Man, it's going down, baby. We got the Texans crying about they lost to the Chiefs. I mean, did the refs mess them out of that? Or
Did.
was the Texans just not good enough? You know what I'm saying? So let's go and jump into it, man. I think let's first start off with this Snoop, Rick Ross, Soldier Boy, and Nelly getting backlash for performing at the crypto ball. Let's go.
Let's get it.
Snoop and Nelly are going to be at this thing.
Okay.
And I think it really does beg the question whether the culture is starting to thaw to Donald Trump. I mean, are they?
About time.
I don't know. I don't
About
think so.
time.
We definitely saw a lot of people, Sexy Red, others say, he sent me a check, so I'm good with him, the stimulus check. And I understand that there is that crew of people who are like, the stimmy check came, I like him now. Snoop and Nelly in particular are apolitical people and apolitical artists. Like you see Snoop with Martha Stewart, he's like, I fly over, I want everyone to like me. I think this is more about capitalism than politics. Somebody said, Snoop, it's the crypto ball. We got $250 for you or $150 for one night. Come do 10 songs, 6 songs, whatever. Yeah, I'm there, homie.
But
Nelly, the same thing.
There are a lot of rappers who have
more than
sided
250.
with Donald Trump for all kinds of. He pardoned
Yeah,
several
he was
of them.
giving away
Little
pardons.
Wayne.
Yeah,
he
I
was
mean-
giving away pardons to people, and that's why they were endorsing
But
him
I mean,
partially.
what's going on there? What is it about these particular?
These are
men?
not
But
the
these-
intellectuals of hip hop. These are not the, except
then-
for Kanye. These are typically not political people at all. Like like I said, there's some in the hood. There's this notion of he's tough. He gave us money.
That a lot of these rappers are not the intellectuals in the community, as Teray was pointing out, but it's also a dishonor to the black community.
Yeah.
I mean, if you look at Donald Trump, the man who would refuse to rent to black people in the 1970s, who tried to lead a lynch mob against 5 black and brown kids in the 1980s for the Central Park case, who refused to allow black casino workers to have a prominent place in his casinos in Atlantic City in the 1990s, who spent 5.5 years lying about Barack Obama's birth certificate in the 2000s, who came into office and then attacked black people like Colin Kaepernick, who attacked Ruby Freeman and her daughter Shay Moss for simply doing their jobs as Fulton County election workers. You dishonor those people when you go and perform for this man who has done nothing but dishonor black people. And just last year, he was calling Haitian immigrants, accusing them of eating cats and dogs. This is not somebody that black people should be associated with and pretending to normalize. We should be challenging him. And it dishonors the legacy of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., whose birthday we honor on Monday to celebrate this man.
Man, so he said a mouthful. What you think?
I feel like they're trying to condemn Trump for what he did in the past. Let me get my camera right, guys. They're trying to condemn Trump for what he did in the past when he was a Democrat. You know what I'm saying? When they're talking about the Central Park Five, when the whole government that at the time in New York was under Democrat leadership. So it's like, let's be for real. You talking about stuff that happens on the Democratic side and on the Republican side. And like Kanye said, if racism was a deal breaker, all of us black people would have been left America. So it's like you got to understand. Yeah, it might be some capitalism. He throwing out numbers like 250 and 150 for Snoop, sir. Snoop got paid what 10 mil to be at the Olympics for 11 days. He gonna have to come off a more than half a quarter of a mil. You know, he might have came off a couple of mil or a mil, so his numbers are low. And really, I really don't like Torre because he be trying to make it seem like some black people are just dumb if they're not. What do you call them? He said these aren't our black intellectuals, but sir,
Yeah,
these people are still geniuses in their own rights. And at the end of the day, I'm pro office too. I understand like we not when you're in a race, of course you're picking a side. But when a person win and he's for America, he's like we gotta be. I'm right there on the team. Okay, this is who coach chose to be the leader of the team. I'm backing them up. You cannot be like, oh, I ain't playing. Well, shoot, coach put him in my. I ain't playing for the team because then you're making the team weak, and that's how I feel about how it is with America. Trump won. Let's get on the bandwagon. Let's keep America strong.
yeah. I mean, Trump won. Get over it. Nothing you can do about it. You got 4 years of this. You know what I'm saying? So might as well. I mean, whatever's gonna happen is gonna happen. That's just point blank. Period. Like I said, you got 4 years of it now. As far as the crypto ball goes, they were putting out misinformation. Trump wasn't even at the
Mm,
ball. It wasn't for
mm.
him. It was the fact that he said he was going to be a crypto president, which means he was going to ease regulations on crypto. All the regulations that the Democrats had put on him, he was going to ease up because crypto is a big market. Now, the reason Snoop and Soldier Boy was there, I don't know about Rick Ross. I don't know about Nelly if they um, have investments in the crypto market or not. But Snoop is heavily invested in the crypto market, so is Soldier Boy, and in NFTs. So that's the reason they were there. They were there
No,
out of
good.
a vested interest. You know what I'm saying?
No, that's
So
a good point right there, Demore. Great point.
they wasn't there doing it for Donald Trump. So all that backlash that they receiving that Snoop said this, and we're gonna play that clip, you know what I'm saying? Snoop said about if you who gonna perform for Donald Trump, calling them jigaboos and all that. Snoop wasn't performing for Donald Trump, so he don't lose no cool points in the hood for that. So people need to stop spreading misinformation. You know what I'm
Nah,
saying?
facts.
And as far as Soldier Boy, he say he got paid a bag anyway, but Donald Trump didn't pay him that bag. Don't get me wrong. He said Trump gave him a bag. Trump didn't give you that bag, Playboy. Now, the people who were over the crypto ball probably gave you a bag to come and perform, but Trump didn't give you no bag, homeboy. We already know that. So stop fronting, stop faking, nigga. Stop lying. We should have had you on the wild lie last week, but that didn't come out until this week. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, my boy Soldier just saying like Trump people. If everybody want to come out there and say he performed for Trump, he letting y'all know, hey, Trump did something for me. Trump giving me exposure. Trump putting money in my pocket. What did your Democrat officials do for the black community? What did they do for me in general? Speaking as Soldier Boy, they ain't put no money in his pocket. They ain't invite him to the White House. When Obama was there, he was inviting Al Green type people, all type of stuff. He wasn't inviting the young hip hop heads like that. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like that's what Soldier coming from. He like, yo, I'm rocking over here I'm doing this, and y'all say it's for the Republicans because they putting money in my pocket. They supporting me. It ain't got to be Trump
Exactly.
specifically, but it's the party.
Exactly. And the way the Democrats was so messed up this go around, nobody trusts y'all anyway. That's why y'all not in the White House this time. That's why y'all couldn't beat Trump. They figured, well, hell, at least he tell us what he gonna do to our face. You know what I'm saying? He not hiding
Mm-hmm.
anything. The Democrats want to tell you, oh, we gonna do this for you, we gonna do that for you, we gonna make sure this law get passed and that law get passed. And then just like the George Floyd bill, they got in there, went to the House, went to the Senate, it didn't get passed. They dropped it. Didn't bring it up again. Oh well, we couldn't get it done. You didn't try to get it done. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's just like people are fed up with that. If the Democrats want to get back into the presidential seat, well, they not even okay. We got a Republican president, we got a Republican House, we got a Republican Senate, which means anything that Donald Trump wants to go is gonna go this go round. So if the Democrats want to get back in power, they better figure out another plan and they better come straight this time. So let's go ahead and jump
Yeah.
into this clip. Oh, you playing a soldier boy already.
Oh no, I was just showing them the background while you talking. Well, but go ahead, let's
Oh,
jump into the clip.
okay. Yeah, let's jump into this clip of what Nelly had to say.
He was riding with me because I put on for my city and I try to bring my city up every step of the way. I did not know you was riding with me because you thought I would ride for who you voted for. I didn't know that. I apologize. I apologize. I didn't know that I had to agree with your political choices, and I thought it was the things that you do, not the things that you say should be done. If you follow what I do, this shouldn't even be an argument. He's the president. He won. This isn't a campaign. This isn't an RNC. I'm not out on the political campaign. I didn't get none of that 1.5. You see what I'm saying? Like to try to help somebody get voted.
Kamala didn't invite you to perform?
No. She didn't invite me.
She didn't invite me either, man. I was gonna do it all
I'm
at
just
home.
saying. Like so, but I don't knock the ones that did. I don't knock the brothers and sisters that benefited from it. I don't knock the correspondents that may have gotten money to do that. I'm not doing this for money. I'm doing this because it's an honor. I respect the office. It don't matter who is in office. The same way that our men and women, our brothers and sisters who protect this country, have to go to war and have to put their life on the line for whoever in office. So if they can put their life on the line for whoever in office, I can damn sure perform for whoever.
What do you say to the people that say we're not giving you this backlash because of your political affiliation or your political choice or whatever? We're giving you this backlash because you are propping up a white supremacist.
I would
Hold on. Before I even let him answer that question, probably over 80% of the people that we vote for in these elections don't necessarily like black people. I mean, that's why we have all these laws that are built stacked up against us in the first place. And
Exactly.
y'all are voting these people into office. So what makes Donald Trump more evil? You know what I'm
Exactly.
saying? And not that
And
I
that's my
not
whole
that I
point.
would have voted for Trump, not that I did vote for Trump, but at the same time, when you vote Democrat up and down that ballot, like some of these people was around here talking about, make sure you vote Democrat up and down that ballot. You don't know anything about half of these people. You don't know if you're voting for the leader of the Ku Klux Klan or the Aryan Brotherhood or any of these other white nationalist organizations. You know what I'm saying? But you want to vote Democrat up and down the damn ballot. That in itself don't make no fucking sense.
Facts.
ask him to show me where he's a white supremacist. And here's the thing. Okay, I get it. He did say if you don't vote for me, you're not black, right? Oh no, that wasn't
That was
him.
Joe
That wasn't
Biden.
him. That wasn't him. Hold on. I'm trying to think. Hold on. He did create
I know where you're going. I know where you're going.
he did create the crime bill in the 90s, which said that if you get caught with
That was
5
Joe
grams of
Biden too.
crack, you do a mandatory 5 years. That had mass incarceration. I think even the Vice President Kamala spoke on that part that said that the crime bill played a huge part. Okay, no, he didn't do that. Let me see. What did he do?
You see where he going with that?
I see exactly where you're going. And that was my point too.
Big
Without even
Lamar.
seeing this clip.
I'm trying to think the white supremacy. Hold on, I'm gonna get to it. Okay, he did not rent to black people. What was it, in the 70s or the 80s? Is that what they said? And like, oh, okay, is he renting to him now? So nobody's allowed to change, right? See, here's the thing. So we can talk about past, but we never want to talk about our past. If we bring up, if our past get brought up in our community for a lot of what of our men did, we always call it rehabilitation. Yo, these young brothers, we've been through a lot. I know I've been through a lot. If my past was what was going to prevent me from winning today, I wouldn't be here. You know what I'm saying? Now, I'm not saying that
Facts.
he ain't got some fucked up ways. That's not what I'm saying at all. That's why I'm not telling you who to vote for. But what I'm saying is that he's the president of the United States. He's not the candidate for the United States. He's the president. He won.
And that's that. He won.
And that's
You have to
facts.
accept it. I mean, you have to accept it. Don't be like the January 6th riders, even though he pardoned them. These Democrats
Pardon
like to
all of
pardon.
them.
The only person Joe Biden is going to pardon is going to be his kids. You know what I'm saying?
They
When it
say he
comes to
pardoned his whole family before he left.
yeah, when it comes to stuff like that. Now, if you go pull some shit that the January 6th riders pull, Joe Biden gonna leave your ass hanging. You could best believe that.
And not only Nelly catching heat, of course Snoop catching heat. And this is what Soldier had to say about people coming down on him trying to condemn what he had.
Nigga, they pay me a bag, nigga. Obama ain't never put no money in my fucking pockets, nigga. Kamala ain't never put no money in my motherfucking pockets, nigga. Trump put money in my pockets, nigga. When motherfuckers are trying to say something about me performing at the crypto ball party, did Kamala call my fucking phone? Did Obama call my motherfucking phone?
beat, beat.
Did any of you niggas call my motherfucking phone? Oh God, nigga. The fuck you mean, nigga? I do what the fuck I want, nigga. Trump called my phone, nigga. It wasn't even a Trump event. Trump wasn't even there, nigga. Y'all so
Yep.
worried about he performed, him, Snoop Dogg, Rick Ross. Kamala, you ain't even win, bitch.
Damn.
Obama, you ain't call my fucking phone, nigga. Y'all suck my dick, nigga. Y'all want me to not answer the phone of the fucking president, nigga? This nigga the president
Exactly.
of the motherfucking United States, nigga. Nigga, Trump wasn't even there, nigga.
That's what we're saying.
It wasn't even a Trump event, nigga. It was the crypto bar for crypto, nigga. Nigga, y'all can suck my dick, nigga. Cancel me all day, nigga. Fuck y'all, nigga.
Put some beeps in on that.
On my mama, nigga, I don't give a fuck what nobody talking about. Nigga, I do what the fuck I want to do, nigga. And I'll go again. Fuck you talking about.
But yeah, I mean, like people like y'all wants to respect the office until it's not the people that y'all have voted for. That's what these celebrities are trying to tell y'all. Like, yo, it's the office at the end of the day. We all Americans. He won. Let's ride with him for these next 4 years. If we want to change the atmosphere and we want to do that the next time, and if the Democrats invite me the next time, I'm gonna be there because it's the office. You know what I'm saying? It's the White House. But like Soldier said, that wasn't even a Trump event, bro. So we getting caught up in Don Lemon do that, Torre do that. You guys are start putting spins on stuff that ain't even nothing to spin. It wasn't a Republican event. It was for crypto. Like Demore had
Exactly.
pointed out earlier in the segment.
That's what I'm saying. Like they always CNN is always saying how Fox is giving out misinformation and they just got caught giving out misinformation. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
Like they weren't performing at the inaugural ball for Trump. He just had his inauguration yesterday. So they would have been
Mm-hmm.
performing yesterday, right?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Instead,
Yep.
okay, since they honored Donald Trump, now don't get me wrong, but he wasn't there at the crypto ball. They honored him because he said, "Hey, all these regulations that the Democrats put on crypto, I'm about to wipe that out because cryptocurrency is a big thing now."
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
he's invested Trump's crypto coin. I think it was what 23 million, worth 23 million now, and he just launched it,
I'm,
so it's probably worth more than that now. But
I mean, I know. His cabinet partner Elon Musk, he got that Dogecoin, and
yeah,
I know they want to see that flourish too. So yeah, I mean, crypto They taking the handcuffs off, and it's about to flourish.
Yep, they scared crypto is gonna become bigger than regular U.S. currency. You know what I'm saying? And then they won't be able to control that market.
Shoot,
So
I mean the government got its own. The government got its own crypto coin coming out too. So they about to do some shady stuff, and that's probably why Biden was putting those restrictions on it. I think the government got a crypto coin coming out.
but let's get into this old Snoop Dogg video that, of course, the internet drug up resurfaced when he decided to go perform at the crypto ball.
So ain't nobody gonna perform for Donald Trump, huh? Which one of you jigaboo ass niggas gonna be the first one to do it? I'm waiting. I'm gonna roast the fuck out one of you Uncle Tom ass niggas for doing it. Which one of you niggas gonna do it first? Osby's the one that performs for himself.
Now, people was really ragging on Snoop Dogg because of this, and they thought that he went and performed for Donald Trump, but that wasn't the case at all. So that's a dead point. Everybody can stop showing that video.
Yeah,
Go ahead. You gonna bring up that Rick Ross clip?
you want me to?
Yeah, go ahead.
All right, let me see. Let me see if I can pull that up. Can you pull that up? Is it there?
It's here.
There you go.
Let's see.
I just added it.
That's the thing about Rick Ross. That's the thing about the boss. The metaverse, crypto. Y'all getting so much money. Where you at? Where you at? Show us. And I don't mean, oh, I'm trying to money. Man, I got a lot of money. I ain't even need that fake money. But show us, show my homies what the metaverse about. One of y'all big boy crypto dudes, guru crypto picture takers, step up and say, this is what we gonna do, Rose. Where you at? Huh? Yeah, everybody giggling, looking around. All that fake rich money, where it's at?
I mean, so Ross, like you said at the beginning, Demir, Ross was there for the crypto. These people got real investments. That's what they're there for. And I just don't like the way Toure and them was be spinning it. Don Lemon be spinning it like, oh, they're so big Trump fans.
Yeah, nah, for real. They was out of line for that, man. And then they had a lot of people thinking that that's what it was too. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But moving on from that, now that we done cleared that up for you guys and let y'all know that that really wasn't the case. They wasn't performing for Donald Trump. We gonna move on to Buster Rhymes, who turned himself in for assaulting his assistant. Now,
It's a
Bu-
system.
Buster was out of line because he could have just fired the dude. Really, I mean,
Yeah,
if you had told him to stay off of his phone while he was at work and he continued to be on it, just fire him. Because now you done put yourself in a line of fire for a lawsuit. You done put your hands on the man. What's the
exactly.
first thing somebody gonna do is sue you? Why even put yourself in that position? You know what I'm saying? Now you have to go turn
Yeah,
yourself in. He's been to jail before, so you know that's not a problem. It's a probably simple assault. They probably gonna charge him with simple assault, but you opened yourself up to a civil suit, and you know you're gonna get some money. So he would have
exactly.
been better off just firing him, man. That was a stewhead ass move.
And that's what a lot of these rappers around that time going crashing out. As y'all can see, Method Man over here done crashed out. He didn't put some hands on his daughter ex-boyfriend. That was her ex-boyfriend for about 3-4 years now. Caught him lacking in the gym and put hands on him. So he about to get sued up too. You know what I'm
Meth,
saying?
Meth denying it though. He's saying that wasn't the case.
Man saying that's not the
Pressing
case.
charge. Yeah, Met said that ain't the case. He said that didn't happen. Oh,
They ain't put
buddy,
no
he
charge. They
never
said he
got.
was locked up.
Nah, he didn't get arrested. His lawyer came out and said he never got arrested.
Okay, okay.
Yeah, so no charges had been filed against him or anything. But I mean, it could have happened, and old boy just didn't file charges and stuff on him. So of course, he gonna deny it if he didn't get arrested. I mean, people have skirmishes with people all the time, and nothing comes of it, especially in the streets. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, they
Yeah,
could have just handled it like that, like men.
they could have, but I mean, everybody was dropping that news that Meth was locked up at the time. But for Busta Rhymes, did he even get locked up? Let's put Bust back on the screen if you can.
Oh yeah, I put Bus back up there. Hold on.
Did Bust even get locked up?
Yeah, he had to turn himself in.
He had to turn himself in.
Yeah, he turned himself in. I think he made bond. I forgot how much the bond was, but he made it. I don't think it was very high though.
Putting his
But
hands
yeah,
on his assistant.
it was just a bully move. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, you should have just fired the dude and been done with it, man. That's what
Nah,
I
for
would have
real.
did. And simple
Uh,
as
uh,
something as simple as him being on his phone. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, I get it. I get it. Hey, I'm paying you for this time, so I need your undivided attention. I don't need you being on that phone all the time because he must have been being on it too much. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
For it to become an issue. But if
But
it
see, the thing
became,
is,
go ahead.
I'm listening. I'm listening.
No, but I mean, if it became that big of an issue, you should have just let him go.
Man, look, your rappers from your generation, y'all been crashing out. I mean, Ice T crashed out earlier this year. It's like I understand you guys, you know what I'm saying, are pioneers and people y'all don't take that disrespect lightly. But I mean, come on, guys. Y'all real entitled. Y'all real entitled. The 80s and early 90s rappers becoming real entitled right now, bro.
I don't think it's entitlement. It's just a nigga just want that respect. Hey, give me my respect. You know what I'm saying? And if you don't give it to me, I'm gonna take it. Like
And
so,
that's what's going on.
they just checking niggas. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I feel what you're saying. It's getting out of hand, man. Boys' pockets about to be light. Like Ice T in his situation, that ID might, I mean, that driver license might not get reinstated no time soon. Uh, Busta Rhymes gonna have to be dealing with this with a person that he can't stand anyways. Obviously, he could put hands on him. Method Man, his lawyer saying it ain't true, but it's like I don't know what's going on, man.
And this ain't the first time with Method Man. I think a few months back he got into an altercation. I'm not sure. I have to check it, so don't fact check me on that. I'm not sure, but I think I do remember something about Method Man getting into another altercation a few months back.
But what we got up next?
So man, we're gonna go ahead and talk about this Drake lawsuit, man.
Whoo,
Talk
Drizzy.
about your boy. Yeah, man. Drizzy took back the lawsuit that he had against UMG. He took one lawsuit back and filed another lawsuit. Well, actually, the first one was a petition. He wanted them to open the books and everything. But this lawsuit is a lawsuit for defamation. But he's only suing UMG. He's not suing Kendrick. Kendrick is the person that called you a pedophile. So it seems like you would be suing him for defamation, but you're suing the label saying that they put it out and promoted it. I mean, I get it in a sense, but at the same time, if you're not suing the person that called you that for the world to hear, why are you suing the label?
Exactly. I mean, let's see what these official documents got to say. Let's read it out to the people. Um, it's saying Drake is not backing down in the war against his own label. In fact, he's upped the ante by suing Universal Music Group for spreading false and malicious narratives. He's a pedophile. But like you said, why they ain't coming at Kendrick? You know what I'm saying? Drake filed a defamation case Wednesday morning in federal court in NYC, ripping UMG from releasing and promoting Kendrick Lamar vicious diss track "Not Like Us" and docs obtained by TMZ. What it say right here? It say Drake says he got bot receipts to show just how far the label went to turn Kendrick's song into an anthem. According to the suit, UMG paid a third party to use bots to increase the song streams by at least 30 million and engage in a pay-for-play scheme at least one radio with at least one radio promoter. He's also claiming UMG is on getting Kendrick was in on getting Kendrick the Super Bowl halftime gig so that the song could be performed on the massive stage. Interestingly, Drake isn't going directly after Kendrick in this suit. In fact, he says this lawsuit is not about the artists who created Not Like Us. Instead, it's entirely about UMG, the music company that decided to publish, promote, exploit, and monetize the song, which it knew contained false claims. So it sounds like Drake is really in his feelings when he's kind of doing the same thing. He was saying false claims against Kendrick about beating his wife, or about Kendrick about his Kendrick girl sleeping with his manager, or whatever the case may be. But it's like now you switch it up, and instead of suing Kendrick, you just suing UMG, so you won't look like the fuck boy that everybody calling you right now. Is what's a little crazy to me. What you think about that, Demir?
I think Drake probably just killed his career
Mm.
on both fronts. I mean, because you suing the label, so what makes you think that they're gonna push anything that you have coming out? Not only that, you brought out this lawsuit, right?
Yeah.
You brought you brought YouTube creators into it that was reacting to the songs. They no longer respect you.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
you're losing the culture. Point blank period. I mean, if when you lose the culture, your albums don't sell anymore, bro. Don't nobody want to hear shit that you got to say. Even if it's jamming, nobody's gonna buy it. The label's not gonna push it for one, because you sued them. Then the culture is not gonna buy it. Why? Because you put them in this shit. So I mean, to me, you killing your own career. Unless
I
you was
mean,
done with rap anyway.
nah, I don't think he done with rap. I mean, but let's be for real. I don't know if his career is getting killed. Let me see. They said Drake was the sold the most albums or something, most
Well, again,
downloaded or something.
content creators pretty much define and own the culture these days. I mean, okay, look at Casanat when he said Lil Baby's album was trash, right?
Yeah,
If he would have came out and said Lil Baby's album was jamming or bumping or slapping or whatever the terminology is these days, if he would have glazed that shit up, Lil Baby's album would have did probably quadruple of what it did already. You know what I'm saying? Because I think it only sold like 30K units.
yeah. I mean, that's pretty good for what's going on these days.
Yeah, but if Casa not and all the other streamers, and of course Act wasn't gonna say it because you know him and Lil Baby been into it for a minute, so he wasn't gonna get an album. It's just due anyway. But
But
if Casa not and these other streamers would have came out and been like, "Oh yeah, that album slapped. That album, it's a banger." You know what I'm saying? He probably could have pushed out 130K units. And I'm just saying that's
who
the
doing
culture.
130K? Who doing that much other than Taylor Swift these days? So
Nah,
a good
people are doing that. I mean, but the album got a slap. You know what I'm saying?
130. What Kendrick did? I think Kendrick was barely up there with his new one. He was barely up there like that. But I just feel like I feel like Drake has a right to go ahead and sue UMG. especially if they doing that. There, you involved with Kendrick getting the Super Bowl so he can perform that song. It's like you're involved with too much of the strategic moves, and to do that against Drake. Why? Because Drake coming through for another 400 million. They said this time Drake was about to re-up his contract for $1 billion. So it's like
Okay, so
you guys are playing
so
the
tell me
game.
this. So tell me this. When he came out with that diss against Meek Mill, and of course he didn't call him like a pedophile or anything like that. But when he came out with that diss against Meek Mill, that probably had a bunch of untruths in it. And Universal did the same thing for him that they did for Kendrick Lamar. He didn't have any qualms about that. Meek Mill didn't go
I,
cry foul. This is a rap battle, nigga.
hey, but at the end of the day, show me the proof. I can't believe they did the same thing with they for Drake what they doing to Kendrick because they know
Of course they
they
did
have to
on that
put
back to back, and all that.
that back
That's
to back
all
was
you heard
slapping.
everywhere. That's all you heard everywhere. Okay, and not like us was slapping.
Yeah, not like us was slapping, but look what they doing behind the scenes. They getting him placements at the Super Bowl. They you
They
seen what
didn't
that
get
thing
him.
said? It
Man,
got
come on, man. Y'all
that's
stop.
what it's
Stop the
saying in the
cap.
lawsuit.
Stop the cap.
That's what it's saying in the
That's what it
lawsuit.
say in the lawsuit, but that don't mean it's the truth. Stop the
Man,
cap.
look, they
The
say
song was big. Kendrick was having his moment. It didn't start off with Not Like Us. It started off with the song with Metro Boomin and Future. That's where it started at. That's where Kendrick's momentum started at. And he owned everything from then on. So that's why he got the Super Bowl spot. Because this last year was definitely his year.
last year was his year only because he was beefing with the biggest artists of damn near all time. Drake catalog is worth more than most record labels' whole catalogs. He's beefing with the biggest artists of all time. He got eyeballs on him. Now this your biggest year ever? Because you're beefing with Drizzy? I mean, come on, bro. You're gonna have to you're riding Drizzy coattail all the way to the Super Bowl. You know what I'm saying? People only want to hear you perform that song with that part of the song at the Super Bowl. They don't care about swimming pools. They barely care about any other song that you made. You better sing that record, or everybody gonna say, "Hey, the Super Bowl was a flop." You already got pressure because Beyonce put the pressure on you, which was kind of messed up. So it's like, if you don't sing that song at the Super Bowl, we probably ain't gonna want to see you at any more big events, anyways.
Man, Drake might as well go tuck his tail and lick his wounds. That's all I got to say on that situation, man.
Man, Drizzy will be back.
But okay, so let's get into what Big Boy had to say, because Big Boy, oh man, I've messed this up. But Big Boy had some things to say too, man. So let's get into what Big Boy had to say.
Drake dropped the lawsuit.
Oh, this is so weak to me on Drake's part. I am shocked he's doing this. So he's suing Universal, his label, and Kendrick's label, right? He is not, and he's suing for defamation because you know that in Not Like Us, you know, Kendrick uses the word pedophile, and you know, Drake's understandably angry about that. But he is suing Universal for defamation because words like that are used in the song. But he's not suing Kendrick.
Exactly.
Right.
Kendrick is the one who wrote the song. Kendrick is the one who performed the song. Kendrick is the one who performs it live. Kendrick is the one who's probably going to sing it at the Super Bowl. So then the question, why would he sue Universal for publishing it, but not sue the guy who's behind it? And the only answer I could get is, well, defamation is defamation, but business is business, and I'm going to get dragged, so I'm just not going to do that. And I just think that's really weak.
Why? Why? Tell him that is Drizzy's nature. Why? Why did you sue me that way?
I mean, Drake already told you why he's suing him. You read the statement that I just posted. He said he's suing UMG and not Kendrick because UMG monetized it, promoted, um, just helped it in avenues of ways
But
that
they
it wouldn't
didn't
have
write
went
it.
without their backing.
They didn't
Okay, but
write it.
they're the ones promoting it. They're putting them out there like that, man.
Okay, so look, peep this scenario right here, right? Okay, now I write something about somebody, but you put it on Facebook, right?
Mm-hmm.
Who are those
Yep.
people gonna come sue, me or you?
They going I mean, it depend on the size of the platform. If I had a
Who
big
you
Facebook
didn't you
platform,
didn't you didn't write it though, right?
I didn't write it, but I perpetuated the false narrative with my funding, with my with my platform. And I'm giving you a platform on in a bigger area to spread your message. So I'm not worried about the little fish. I'm worried about the dude because the little fish, I would have handled him by myself. I would have got my fishing pole, took you out the water myself. But instead, y'all want to build a bridge and keep me away from the fish and give the fish even more platforms and more oceans to go into. That's not cool. I'm suing you.
Man, look,
Man, I wish I
man.
could find that statement again.
I'm just gonna play what Stephen A had to say about the situation.
Let's see what Steve had to say.
That's not what you do. And I stand on that. I firmly believe that Drake should do.
Hold on. Hold on. What did he say?
That's not what you do.
Oh, okay.
And I stand on that. I firmly believe that Drake should do one or two things: stand down and say he got me,
Stand down, nigga.
or stand up by going in the studio and making another diss track of your own and making sure it eclipses Not Like Us.
Not
One or
gonna
the
happen.
other.
Not gonna happen.
I firmly believe that. I'm not backing down or bowing down from that.
Stand on business.
But I'm going to tell y'all where Drake hits me. And my sensitive side, dare I say, comes into play. When you have to move your child and a mother out of elementary school, when he's being threatened in school, when the mother and the child have to move out of Toronto, according to the reports, that's what it says, for safety reasons.
Now, no lie, I feel Stephen A on that. But, and there's always a but, especially when it come to Drake. Hey, pause, no Diddy. You know what I'm saying? But how do you know this was because of the Kendrick Lamar song? When Drake was beefing with so many different people. Y'all trying to blame it on Not Like Us because those incidents happened around that time. But that just could have been somebody taking advantage of an opportunity. You can't blame that on Kendrick, man.
I mean, we could blame Kendrick for spreading that false narrative the way that he did, though. It's like
That
you
false
calling somebody a
narrative, yeah.
pedophile.
That
You
false
calling
narrative,
somebody a
yeah.
pedophile, bro.
That, yeah, I can understand, that part maybe, but it's all loving. It's look, man. A fair exchange ain't no robbery. All is fair in love and war. When you did this rap battle, when you replied, you knew what you was signing up for. Anything goes in a rap battle. That's just like when niggas be doing those what they call those rap battles, those freestyle rap battles. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, when they be
yeah.
doing
When they,
those and
yeah,
everything goes. You know what I'm saying? That's what you signing up for. Everything goes. Battle rappers when they be doing
battle
battle
rappers over there
rap.
with Arsenal and them. Yeah,
Yeah,
Remy Ma dude, what
yeah.
he do and
Chrome
all that.
23 and all that there. Anything goes in rap, man. Tupac showed us that would hit him up. Ice Cube
Yeah,
showed us that. Hey, NWA didn't go back and sue Ice Cube when he say Easy's dick is smelling like MC Ren shit. You know what I'm saying? They didn't go back and sue Cube about that. When they say Jerry
Man,
Heller was running up in them niggas, you know what I'm saying? Cause you let her
man, look,
fuck up my crew. You know what I'm saying? Come on,
it,
man.
it it's different when you want to play like that though. You want to put a pedophile, and you already know all this stuff that's going on from Jay Z to Diddy to your boy Kels. You know what I'm saying? You putting him in this rich and famous people that like little kids, and people already want to see somebody, especially at the top, come all the way down to the bottom. You know what you're doing, bro. You hurting that man's career. You hurting the way that man eat, the way that man make a living, and at the end of the day, don't perform that song at the Super Bowl because there's gonna be some consequences. And if you do some perform at the Super Bowl, I see Drake ready for war. I see Drake ready to draw some blood. I'm talking about metaphorically. I see Drake coming at his dope. You know what I'm saying?
Man, that light skinned ass nigga ain't about to do nothing, man. He might send Chubbs in there to get his hands dirty. But that light skinned ass nigga ain't about to punch on nothing but a punching bag.
I'm Team Drake. Only thing I didn't like about Drizzy is how he tried to use act as one of his little do boys to put that message out about LeBron that we spoke on last week. That right there was a weak ass move. But suing your company, I can't see that's a problem. I mean, rappers audit their companies all day, every day, all the time. Anyways, what's the problem with him getting to the basis and the facts of what the company did to propel that situation? I don't see the problem.
I mean, I just don't think he had no win in it. Me myself, I just think chalk it up to artistic expression. Tell you the truth. But speaking on your boy Act, let's get into did Act give LeBron James an apology? Let's see.
Drake has snitched on LeBron because he ain't want a full snitch. Okay, well, all right. Well, since you put it out there, I'll just tell the rest of the story, nigga. Because I talked to a whole lot of bitches, and this is what they've been saying. I get to the shit. Now I get it. LeBron, we love LeBron and we want to give him some special rules, but don't get mad at me, nigga. None of y'all. Don't get mad at me. And there's no apology coming. Fuck with Bron. I'm not going to double down or I'm not on a witch hunt for him. Savannah, chill out. Don't hit him with the frying pan no more. I was just explaining why Drake sneaked this the nigga and why he might be feeling away. And to me, made perfect sense. If me and you used to ba, I'm like, yo, nah. I might have to, Savannah, that man ain't do nothing.
Hey, okay, so you talking about Drake and defamation and all that. Act could get the same thing because he
Well,
out
it's a
here
little
spreading
different.
untruths without receipts.
It's a little different though with
How
act
is that different?
situation
How is
because
that different? You saying he cheating, and
because
then you saying you can't call me, you can't dance to a song about me being a weirdo because that makes you a weirdo too because you was doing the same thing that I was doing, nigga. When nobody said nothing about LeBron sleeping with underage girls. So
nah,
where
not
Act at
underage.
his that's what I'm saying though. But that's what Act said in this video. You can't dance
Act
to
ain't saying underage. He's
on
saying
here.
white girls. He cheating on his wife.
No, I just cut it. But Act said on this one, he didn't say like underage girls, but he said you can't dance to a song calling me a pedophile when me and you been doing two mans and you know what I'm saying. You doing the
Yeah,
same thing.
he's saying like you got dirt too, nigga. He ain't saying that he messing with underage. He's saying like you got dirt too. Me and you been messing with these white girls up in every time you come to Toronto. So you over here doing some you over here dancing to that when I got dirt on you, boy. I've been setting you up with these women. You know what I'm saying?
But
So
I'm
I feel
saying
like,
that's still defamation because he don't have no real. I mean, he'll have to bring receipts, man.
but I can't say it's defamation because it's innuendo at this point because old dude posted those DMs with Drake saying, well, that'll be like LeBron cheating on his wife. So right now he's just speaking on it circumstantially. He hasn't said for sure, like, nah, that's what it is.
No,
Like
he
the
didn't
way
say
Kendrick
that
did it.
though. He didn't say he got it from that. Act said, "I've been talking to bitches." That's what Axe said.
No,
I've been
no.
talking to bitches. He said
Act said he
bitches
got it
started
from
with
that.
this. No,
Yeah,
Axe said,
but
man, let me go
before
back
that,
to it. Let me go back to
before
this.
that,
Axe said, I've been
before
talking to
that,
bitches.
Act even said before that that Pusha had in his rhymes. So he's just speaking on circumstantial things. Because Pusha even said, LeBron, I know you like them white, thin, pale, and all that. So Ack is just saying stuff that's already out in the media. He's just expounding on it and bringing and shedding way more light on it than it needs to be.
Hold on, right here.
LeBron
I
because he
know
ain't
what
want to
he's.
full snitch. Okay, well, all right. Well, since you put it out there, I'll just tell the rest of the story, nigga. Because I
That's
talked
what
to a
he's
whole lot
saying.
of bitches, and this is what they've been saying.
You heard it. So I
Yeah,
talked to a whole lot of bitches, and this is what they've been saying.
I
I
mean,
didn't say shit.
ain't
Now I
nobody
gave
trying to deny that it might not be true. We saying why the fuck you exposing them in the first place? You know what I'm saying? Because Pusha done said in the music a couple years back. Drake put it in his text messages. It might be true. I mean, it's LeBron James. He's been in the league for forever. Savannah got to understand. You know what I'm saying? But the
Well, I'm
thing
sure she
is,
do, but the thing is what
the
he
thing
shouldn't be
is,
saying
it
that
ain't
shit
that
without no
place.
receipts.
They don't want the receipts to come out. That's why everybody like, hey man, don't do that to Braun, man. Keep that shit on the low, man. Keep that shit up out of here. I mean, we seen it was a viral picture going around of LeBron's prom date when he was in high school. You know what I'm saying? Straight lily white girl. I mean, and not only that, it's been people on it's been women on the internet saying, oh yeah, LeBron's making me sign a NDA because
Everybody, any superstar is gonna make a broad sign an NDA. Not just a broad, but anybody that's around them gonna have to sign an NDA. Period.
yeah, but it's like
Drake do the
it's
same thing.
it's out there. That's what I'm saying. It's totally out there. Let me. You see that picture with LeBron his prom day? Let me pull that up for y'all real quick. I'm gonna stop sharing this screen.
Man, got me looking scraggly tonight, man. You know what I'm saying? I ain't tripping though.
Y'all see that LeBron out here prom date with the white girl? He might like the white girl. You know what
Hey
I'm
man, everybody done had a snow bunny or two. You know what I'm saying? It's just everybody.
saying? He might like it's receipts out there. We choose to turn a blind eye because it's like, hey man, y'all, you really worried about the wrong teens. You know what I'm saying?
Come on, man. You can't put that. Everybody in high school, junior high, fresh out of school, everybody done had a snow bunny or two. You know what I'm saying? So you can't put that on that
Hey,
man. But he married a strong black woman. But everybody
he
done had
sure
a snow
did.
bunny.
That's the main reason why nobody want to hear that. Nobody want to hear that, bro. Stop trying to tank that man legacy, bro. What we
Everybody
got
tried
up
to dip their
next?
chocolate in some vanilla at one point or another. You know what I'm saying? But that's all that it is. I mean, you see half these niggas that's going to the league. What did you see in the NBA draft this year? Half them niggas had snow bunny. More than half them niggas had
Yeah,
snow bunnies. You know what I'm
yeah.
saying?
But that ain't LeBron. We talking about
No.
LBZ. He's supposed to be the king of black love around here. So that just throws off his reputation.
Well, Papoose and Remy showed you what that looked like, but I think LeBron and Savannah gonna be all right, man. I don't think she's going nowhere unless a big ass cheating scandal just come out. Like, you know what I'm saying? But
Yeah.
um, this dude right here that's up on the screen, I forgot this dude's name, man. Something Daniels. But he talking about Diddy and why Cassie came out. Oh, well, I'm gonna put it like this. Not why Cassie came out, but what brings a woman to the point of doing what Cassie did with bringing that lawsuit and stuff against Diddy. So let's see what he had to say because really he broke it down to a T.
Now look at Puff. Puff was on his, he was on his what they call victory lap, if you will. just got celebrated from MTV, just got the key to New York City, changing shit to love, was doing so good. He gave people they publishing back. He was doing everything to change his reputation. But it was one thing that I think the thing that brought him down was Carisha.
What do you mean?
Nigga, hey bro,
Explain.
don't nobody piss your ex bitch off more than you turning up the next bitch.
Exactly. And you know what? When I heard this interview, this is an interview from Big Facts. When I heard him say these things, I'm like, you know what? He damn sure right, man. Check him out though. He on point like a motherfucker.
No, he got a straight point.
Everything he promised for Cassie, he gave to Carisha. He gave her a show. He gave her a deal. When she's performing, she ain't signed to him. That nigga showing up to her shows like this, his artist, like supporting her. And if you Cassie, you looking like, nigga, I spent 13 years with you begging you to give me that. And you giving it to this bitch. He did right by Carisha. That's what he's supposed to do. But now Cassie is like, what about me? And all the shit I endured. Dog, that's why they got a term called the starter wife. The starter wife always goes through the bullshit first.
Hey, that's my first time hearing that term, but that's real. That's real. The starter wife. The starter wife always catch it, man.
Starter wife always go through that. When Puff was in his dark stage, he was with Cassie. Now he's in his love era, he with Carisha. Carisha got a way different experience than Cassie did. Who you think that pissed off more than anybody? The bitch that didn't get what she wanted.
You might be onto something.
So I'm gonna sue your motherfucking ass, give me some money and call it a day. And then she got paid.
For real, she got 30 million. She got more than paid, nigga. She got paid well.
Yeah, nah, that's facts. I mean, what he's saying is some of the realest ever spoken right there, man. But it got a little bit more to do to just Carisha. I mean, he had Diageo on his tail, you know what I'm saying? He did some shit with. Yeah, he had a Diddy done burnt a lot of bridges. Diddy done effed over a lot of people. This was coming to Diddy, but I mean, I still see Diddy getting acquitted. I don't see him getting these pedophile charges and everybody trying to put him on. I don't see those sticking, man. They're gonna have to come with something better. And Jay-Z doing his thing behind the scenes. You know what I'm saying? As long as Diddy stay clean, Jay gonna stay clean. So they being smart about it. Right now he's saying he's not affiliated with Diddy, but he know he gotta take care of Diddy to take care of Jigga. So I mean, I really don't see these charges sticking, to be honest. They're gonna get him on something, but not the crazy ones.
So you don't think? I mean, Wendy Williams was on the Breakfast Club, and she say she know a lot of shit in the past that Diddy did, and she just feels like that she didn't say it in this exact way, but basically she was saying the chickens are coming home to roost. But she did say that she think Diddy gonna get life.
I can't see it, man. I can't see it. They're gonna have to put some real evidence out, bro. There ain't no evidence out, bro. Come on. What people just want to see Diddy get down, man.
Evidence that we know that's out there. You know what I'm saying?
Man, if that's the case, put the evidence out. Put it out. They put it out when he was beating up Cassie.
Yeah, they put it out when Cassie was on that boat too. Remember we did that short where Cassie was on that boat and she was grinding on him and they was doing drugs and all that shit.
Exactly. And that's my point right there.
Yeah, but I mean,
any lawyers,
it's a lot more content to come out that may be in a different context. You know what I'm saying?
Man, put it out then. Let's go. Let's go to trial. I got my speedy trial, 60 days. Put it out. Diddy ain't getting no life. Most he probably gonna do is probably like 5, 10, if that, out. Because they ain't getting him on the big stuff, man. Stuff ain't making no sense. The stuff they tried to lock him in with Jay-Z already got gaping holes in it. I mean, come on, man. I don't see it. I don't see it happening.
He got a bunch of lawsuits, so I mean, if he don't get a lengthy prison sentence, his money gonna be spent. Like he gonna have to sell a lot of shit, to put it bluntly.
I mean,
all the lawyers that he got and all the lawsuits that he gonna have to settle, if they don't settle, you know what I'm saying? Then shit, his lawyers gonna get a majority of that money because they gonna drag on for years.
Drag it on. Like Jay-Z said, you're not going to get one red cent out of me. He can drag it on for years if he wants to. He still got pretty much all his artists publishing. He got you know what I'm saying? That's from Biggie.
Back, remember? He was giving it back.
He was giving some of it back, but
He was
He
trying to
still
save.
got Biggie. He probably was giving that little stuff back, but he still got Biggie. He's still a bad boy owner. That boy got some residuals coming on in. I don't see him. We're gonna have to get more. I can't wait till more information come out, but I don't see it going down.
Still Bad Boy owner, but Bad Boy ain't got no artist, and King Kong just ain't doing it.
But that publishing coming in, not King Combs, but that
Yeah,
publishing coming in, man.
the Biggie publishing coming in. I guess Dre and them did him a solid. Dre and Snoop did him a solid when they redid that Biggie that they had that on Snoop's new album Missionary where they had that Gunsmoke. I really wasn't feeling that song though. I ain't gonna lie, that song was about the trashy ass song on there.
Man, he got Biggie, Craig Mack. He got some stuff over there now. Bad boy
Yeah,
Mace.
no,
I don't even think he gave Mace his stuff back yet.
I think Mace
Like,
did get back his publishing. Yeah, I think
I
Mace.
don't.
Yeah, they squashed that. I think Mace got back his publishing.
They squashed it, but I don't know if he got the publishing. I seen Mace saying something like,
No, I think Nick
"Big."
and Cam was talking about it on their show. Mace said he finally got it back or something. Or Cam asked him, did he finally get it back, and he said, yeah. Or
He probably
something.
got some of it back. I don't see him coming off the whole team. What we got up next for these boys?
Let's get into this Clarissa Shields versus Layla Ali. You know, they've been
Ooh,
sparring
Layla.
back and forth. Well, they've been spit boxing. I'm not gonna say sparring.
Yeah.
They spit boxing, you know what I'm saying? So let's see what Layla had to say first since she the OG. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna give her the stage first and then we're gonna let the YG take it. Oh my bad.
Talked to her yesterday and kind of got an idea of what her perspective of the situation happened. But man, y'all seem to have started off good,
DJ,
and
can you
then
bring my
something went
phone?
awry. What happened with you and Clarissa?
I just remember going and promoting a cookbook and going my cookbook and going on the Breakfast Club. And you asked me what
I remember
happened.
that.
And they asked me about Clarissa, like they asked me about women's boxing. I said nice things about her, like I always did. And then
Hey, bring me a
they ended
little
up
bit of
asking
that
me would I ever
meatball,
come
just a little
back.
bit. I need
And
a
I
little
said,
taste.
there's no reason to. I said, I don't
I know,
see
but just give me a
anybody
little piece
there
of
that
the meatball.
inspires me to want to come back. I was like, there's so much I would have to stop doing, you know, that I would have to do. So I guess, well, I know that she heard that and took offense to it. And then next thing I know, she's on YouTube saying Layla Ali was on, you know, she said it out of her own mouth. Like she heard me say there was nobody that she was inspired by that she felt could give her competition. I feel some kind of way. So then she started calling me out. And I was like, wow.
Thank you, son.
I mean, I could see Clarissa's point.
Exactly.
I don't think Layla meant it like that, but I mean, you know what I'm saying? I can see why Clarissa took it like that because, bitch, I'm at your weight class and you telling me, you know,
Not to go pro.
I'm out here putting in this work. I'm undefeated. You know what I'm saying?
I
I'm
won
doing
two.
everything that you did, and you telling me that I don't give you the motivation to try to get back in the ring. And that's like a slight. You know what I'm saying?
It is. It is. I feel like, but let's get into Clarissa or whatever's next, and I'm gonna go ahead and state my opinion. But honestly, I feel like Layla being bitter, she not being trill about the situation, and the YG caught to it, caught wind of it, and you know what I'm saying. She ain't letting that shit go.
All right. So let's see what Clarissa had to say.
First of all, I haven't spoke on Layla Ali in a very long time. Like I even stopped mentioning me and her fighting because it's like if we're not really gonna fight, if it's not gonna happen, then why we gotta, you know what I'm saying? I just was like, I'm gonna let it go. You know, I've been come to terms with that. To me, she's jealous. You know what I'm saying? She act like I owe her something. It's weird. But this is my thing, right? I hate to have to bring this to everybody's attention because it's like y'all don't know because of social media world and how celebrities make themselves look. But Layla Ali is not a former, she's not a champion. She hasn't been inside the ring in 18 years. Since I was 9 years old was the last time she got in the ring, right? So I'm trying to figure out why every time when something going on with me, here she come.
No, facts.
Today she really offended me today because she gonna say some burning bridges, and if I keep burning bridges, I won't get very far. I've gotten further in my career in my life than Layla Ali. What are we talking about?
What are we talking about? I mean, for
Nah,
real, and it's a new day and age. But go ahead, you got the stage.
I just feel like Layla Ali is dry hating on Clarissa because, like Layla said in that interview, she never got a chance to fight the best because everybody was kind of ducking each other, I guess, back in the day. And then when Clarissa come out, win the U.S. I mean, what wasn't U.S. won the Olympics twice. She literally told Clarissa, "Nah, don't go pro. You hate on the girl already, man." I feel like Clarissa clocked that T, and it ain't gonna be quiet about it. And then I also feel like Layla's not being genuine about the situation because if you watch that interview, Layla's saying like, "Oh, I offered her to spar. She didn't want to get in the ring." But what she missed out, what Andre Ward had to bring up was like, what wasn't that money on the table for y'all to actually fight, not just spar? And you could tell Layla was taken aback a little bit and was like, "Well, yeah, but they wouldn't get the numbers right. If the numbers would have been right, then I guess we would have been fighting." But it's like, why would you literally leave that part out instead of saying, "Yeah, I offer her to spar"? Shouty, it was money. Why would she spar you when there's money on the line? I think that would have been the first female fight that would have been $1 million plus each purse. Is money on the line. Shouty ain't trying to spar you. She's trying to get this big fight out the way. But you really don't want it. I understand. You older. You're not in that mix no more like that. But stop throwing shade at the young bull. And I respect Layla, and I'm pretty sure Clarissa respect Layla, but she throwing this shade, and Clarissa ain't feeling that, bro.
Nah, Layla ain't been in the ring in 18 years, man. Her time is past.
Yeah.
Um, it wouldn't be a fair fight if they were to fight. You know what I'm saying? Because Layla Ali would just be a shell of herself.
Yeah.
To me, she wasn't that good back in the gap when she was fighting.
Mm.
I mean, she wasn't no Clarissa Shields. I'm not gonna lie. She wasn't she wasn't the second coming of Muhammad Ali. None of that. She had the last name. She was pretty good. She wasn't exceptionally good. Uh this day and age, I think Clarissa Shields probably would beat her. I'm not gonna lie. But yeah, as far as her being bitter, now I don't know. I think maybe she was trying to be a mentor. I think this generation of women, modern women, um, take exception to people trying to school them on certain things. Like they
Mm-hmm.
know it all already. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Especially if they're making more money than them, or if they accolades outshine or outweigh the accolades that the person that's trying to mentor them. They figure, well, hey, I've done more than you when you were at this point in your professional career. So how the hell you gonna tell me something? You know what I'm saying? I just think
Exactly.
that's the attitude that Clarissa has. Um, and Layla Ali just got accepted. I mean, hey, you can be a mentor to some people, and some people you can't. Especially when that's just like, who can I give an example of, man? Um, fuck, I don't know. That's just like, I don't
That's
know.
just like
I can't think of
I
anything.
mean, people are already mad at Floyd. Floyd calling himself the greatest of all time, and it feel like he's diminishing what Muhammad Ali was doing. But Floyd, like, hey, I'm the young buck. I'm new to this. I'm true to this, and I'm doing stuff that Muhammad Ali never done. So
Yeah, but
yes, I'm the greatest of all time. I never
I don't,
lost.
I don't know if I could put Floyd in that because Floyd wasn't no banger. You know what I'm saying? Floyd wasn't getting in there. He wasn't really mixing it up with people. Floyd would run in order not to lose a fight. He was a boxing technician. He wasn't a boxer. He knew exactly what to do to win. He know, hey, uh, I gotta hit him this many times. I gotta make sure I'm hitting him more than he's hitting me. You know what I'm saying? Boxing technician.
He
He's not
winning.
a fighter. I know he winning. Yeah, that's how he got that 50-0 record. But
Exactly.
when you go back, this is what I'm saying. When you go back, Floyd's fights won't be on ESPN Classics because he didn't have no
Mm.
bangers. He didn't have no bangers. Ain't nobody gonna sit up there and watch you run for 10, 12 rounds.
So they ain't gonna watch that
And tap
Pacquiao fight
tap
that everybody was.
and tap tap. That may be the only fight that he have on there, man. Floyd didn't really have no bangers. Floyd might have had 2 or 3 bangers in that 50-0. But
Man,
yeah,
facts,
Wayne Mosley,
facts.
De La Hoya, who De La Hoya almost beat him. If he could have kept his composure, he would have beat Floyd. You know what I'm saying? Floyd had, well, I give him 4 or 5. 4 or 5.
That
So
make him the
45.
greatest of all time.
So
He kept his
45.
composure. He didn't
Terrence
get
Crawford
hit.
almost there. Terrence Crawford almost there at 50-0.
Well, wow.
And he
Terrence need
got
to
more
worry about what
bangers
he
than
got.
Floyd. He
He need to
got more
worry about what
bangers
he got
and he
coming
got
up.
more. And he got more knockouts than Floyd. How many
I can't see
knockouts
him
Floyd got
making.
in that 50-0? How many
Floyd
knockouts
hands
Floyd
started
got in
getting
that
brittle
50-0?
after a while. His hands started getting brittle. He wasn't going for
But
the knockout no
how
more.
many knockouts does he have in that 50 and
Okay,
oh?
let's say how many knockouts he got at the beginning, at the first half of his career, and then the second half of his career, because it's two different Floyd. It was
Tell
Pretty
me
Boy
this.
Floyd, then it's Money Mayweather.
Tell me this.
Mayweather ain't got that many.
Okay,
Pretty
well
Boy
tell me this.
Floyd,
Tell me this. Out of that 50-0 or 25 knockouts.
I say about 15. When he was Pretty Boy Floyd, he was putting niggas on their ass.
Okay.
We're
We're gonna have to pull that up. Cause
gonna have to. I'm gonna try to pull that up.
Cause I don't know, but while you trying to pull that up, let's get into the Texans crying about their loss against the Chiefs. Now, I will give this to the Texans. Yeah, the refs did make a few bad calls, but that's not what
Yep.
cost y'all the game, man. Bear missed a field goal and he missed the extra point. CJ Stroud made some terrible throws. Offensive line doing what they did all year, didn't block shit.
I think
So
you being a little too tough on them, bro. They had a
no,
good
that's what
year.
it is. That's what it
They
is.
had a good year.
They did not have a good year, dog, at all. At all. They did not have a good year. They barely was over 500. They started off the year good like they always do, and then they turned into the typical Texans. Point blank
Man, I
period.
thought
And CJ Stroud's sophomore year was a sophomore jinx. I'm telling you. Now, hopefully, he'll come out better next year. But this year, he stunk the place up. And it wasn't just him, it was his old line, too. But when he did have a clear shot to throw the ball, he didn't throw precision passes. I'm telling you, I've seen a lot of passes that he either underthrew or overthrew the receiver when he wasn't even getting hands laid on it. So, I mean, I hope he could come out of it. But yeah, the Texans look terrible. GM needs to go in and first of all, they need to get rid of Fairbairn. I've been saying this for the last 4 or 5 seasons. Fairbairn is not a good kicker. And with the game on the line, y'all never gonna win it with Fairbairn, especially
mm.
in the playoffs. I'm telling you, his nuts get
So are they
twisted.
going? Are they even making it to the playoffs right now?
They was in the playoffs. They just got knocked out by the Chiefs.
Oh, that was the playoffs. Okay. Well, I mean, it's the Chiefs. What you guys expect, though?
Come on, man. They
I
could have
mean,
won the game if they would have dug in, really just dug in, and the offensive line was blocking. Bear would have hit those field goals. I mean, they lost 23-14.
but the Chiefs gonna win those scrappy games every time. Just like when they played against the Ravens. The Ravens feel like they got a better team and all that, But the Chiefs gonna win those scrappy games, man. They just got the pedigree for it. They've been doing it.
I don't know, but all I can say is this off season, they better make some major fucking changes, or they gonna be in the same boat. But the thing that hurt me the most, besides the Texans losing a game that I felt like they could have won, was the Detroit Lions, man. I was rooting for the Lions this year. I'm not gonna lie. I thought they had the squad. Really, I thought they had the squad to go 16, 17 and 0, but I definitely thought they had the squad to win the Super Bowl this year. And it just didn't
They,
happen. That's the way the cookie
to win the
crumbles.
Super Bowl,
Yeah.
they're gonna have to come together one more time because especially in football, it take it take a couple of seasons with them same people together to win that thing, man.
Yeah, I don't know how they let Washington beat them though. That's the whole thing. Y'all let Washington beat y'all. The Commanders.
It's gonna take a couple of seasons.
So you gonna play that
I'm just gonna show that in the background while you playing what he got to say.
all right, good.
We knew going into this game, man, it was us versus everybody. Right? When I say everybody, it's everybody, all of whatever. Everybody, the naysayers, the doubt, right? Everybody. We had to go against today. And, going with that, knowing going into this game what we were up against, we can't make the mistakes that we made, right? We had a lot of self-inflicted mistakes that happened, whether it's special teams, not converting our kicks, defensively, not being where we're supposed to be in coverage, all offensively, not protecting our quarterback and keeping them clean. So, you marry that on top of everything else that we have to deal with. It's going to be a really tough uphill battle.
It's one of those things you kind of know what's up before you even walk in the arena. And we got to be better and just being accountable and sound. And, some things, I think we had a couple calls that weren't called that I'm begging for, but at the same time, it is what it is. Like I can't argue with the ref and at the same time play football. I got to go and do my job. So, I would say, it's definitely some things that I would question, but at the same time, they're the professionals. They're getting paid to be refs, and they did ultimately their best. And but this kind of thing, it's us against the world. When you're playing in these type of environments and games.
Everybody know how it is playing up here. You can never leave it into the refs' hands. But the whole world see, man, like what it is, bro. But it is what it is. Like I said, when it come down to it, you can't never leave it into the refs' hands, man, and things like that. But it's all good, though.
Hey, which is all facts. I feel like they had a pretty good game. They're going to get up against the Super Bowl champions, and not only once but twice, but about 3 different times they've been to the Super Bowl. This team knows how to pull out the gritty wins. You can't be too mad about how the Texans performed this year. I believe they did pretty good, especially in this playoff game going up against this caliber team. They still got Andy Reid. They still got the quarterback, forgot his name.
Mahomes,
They
Patrick
still
Mahomes.
got Mahomes. They still got most of those championship pieces. Like, what do you guys expect right now? Sometimes you gotta take that L and come back and learn how to win that next year. It'd be nice to have it then and there, but come on, y'all going against if y'all was going against somebody else, even the Detroit Lions, okay, y'all, I expect y'all to get that win. But out of them, y'all gonna have to be 10 times better just to beat them because they've been through it before. It's a difference.
The Chiefs didn't have a good season this year either. They did
They didn't have it
escape.
last year. They won the Super Bowl.
They did escape by the hair on their chinny chin chin a lot of those games. So the Texans went in thinking they could beat them, and I really think they could have. But like I said, the kicker, C.J. Stroud, and that offensive line didn't show up, man. They just didn't.
And it happens in games like that against the freaking champions, bro. I got to give them their credit. I think they did pretty good. But next year, like you said, after the sophomore slump, Stroud, what you really about? Now you know what you really about. What you really about, bro.
Yeah, I'm not giving him no credit because it's every fucking year we have to go through this with the Texans, man. Every year. So I mean, hey, you either go get yourself together. But then I do want to say this though. What pisses me
Okay.
off, what pisses me off is the fact that it was some fans hollering for D'Amico Ryans to be fired after 2 seasons. Now remember how much we went through with these other coaches. Um,
Mm-hmm.
what was that fucking coach name? Had like 5 years and shit invested. The next coach came in, he did like 5 years. The next coach came in, he had like 3 years. I mean, come on, man. 2 years and he's done more, took the Texans to more playoffs than they've ever been to in the 2 years that he's been there. You know what I'm saying? Under one head coach
Yeah.
is what I'm saying. So for some of the fans calling for him to be fired, that's what I mean when I say they don't want to give these black coaches the same type of tenure that they give these white coaches. Just like the Patriots, they fired the black coach after 1 year. How you expect somebody to turn a team around in 1 year? You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
And become a playoff contest or a Super Bowl contestant. You know what I'm saying? Contest for a playoff or Super Bowl berth. Come on,
But
man.
that's basically what I'm saying right now. You guys want them to come go and get the Super Bowl. I feel like they need to go through some grit. They need to lose as a team. You know what I'm saying? Go through that. And then finally, I mean it's the Texans. I've been rooting for the Texans since since Andre Johnson was on the freaking team. Like you got to understand this was a good year for the Texans. We got a lot of good pieces. We went through the grit. So next year, we can expect to be 2, 3 deep in the playoffs. Then the year after that, we can expect to just be a good team. We're gonna make a deep run, and we should be making a Super Bowl run. It's levels to it. Every
It's
team got
levels
to
to it,
understand it's
but
levels to it.
we had the good team last year. I'm not gonna lie. Some things hurt us. Stephon Diggs getting injured,
Yes.
even though they didn't implement him in the offensive scheme like they should have, and I get it. It was his first year; he was still learning the system and things like that. Then Tank Dell getting hurt, but Tank Dell really wasn't
Yes.
a factor. He really wasn't a big factor all year. Nico
But
Collins was
he's
the
still
bigger
the dude.
receiver.
He's still that dude. You need to balance him out to get that other dude some catches. It's a lot going on with that, man.
So the defense was solid. That's the only really good thing. But I'm telling you, I still have my critiques on CJ Stroud, and I think he know it himself. He didn't really have a good season this season. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, they can say they can, you know what I'm saying, put that spin on it all they want to. They can sugarcoat it. But he didn't have a good season. DeMarco Ryan's gonna say he did because that's his quarterback. I guess it was sophomore growing pains or whatever. But CJ Stroud know himself that he did not have a good season this year. He wasn't as accurate as he was last year or any of that. He wasn't getting his reads right. And I don't know if it was miscommunication between him and his receivers or what it was, but somebody was mixing their reads up. That's all
Man,
I
I'm gonna
know.
have to I'm gonna have to disagree, Demure. I think it was a pretty good season, especially to be a sophomore. We putting too much on it. I mean, come on now. How long did it take Peyton Manning to get good? How long did it take Tom Brady to really get good? How long did it take Brent Favre to even get to a ship? Like Dan Marino never won one. It's like we got to remember this. This football is a very tough game to win it all at because it's multiple pieces clicking that got to click. And I feel like his sophomore year he did pretty good. But I understand you're a Texas fan. You've been watching since the beginning of the season, and you knew what he did last year. But to me, I'm like, give him some time, man.
I'm gonna tell you, his clicker better get the clicking because hey, DeMar- DeMarco Ryan, I mean DeMarco, hey, if you don't get it together this third season, brother, you probably gonna be out of there. I'm telling you, and you can't make it to just a playoff berth and get to that first round, you're gonna have to make it deep to the playoffs. I'm talking about second, third round, the game right before the Super Bowl. You're gonna have to make it there. Or they gonna
I'm
be ready
thinking
to get
second, third round.
they gonna be ready to get rid of your black ass and bring in somebody, especially if you put a good team together and they know it's a good team, and then you lose in like the second round of the playoffs, they gonna give it to that white man and let him bring it home. I'm telling you.
Ain't gonna be trash like the last 10, 5 years that you just said.
They do the same.
The-
They gonna do him just like they did Tony Dungy when they brought in when Tony
Tony Dungy
Dungy
got him
came
a
up.
championship.
Yeah, but with another team. I'm talking about when he was with the Buccaneers. Tony Dungy took the Buccaneers. He built that team. He took the Buccaneers all the way to almost the Super Bowl. They knew they had a good ass team. What they do? Fired him and brought in John Gruden so John Gruden could get that Super Bowl.
I mean, whew. Hey, now that's a take. That's a hot take right there.
So, all right, but we through with them trash ass Texans. Let's
Hey,
move
I'm still
on.
repping. I'm still
All right.
repping my H town all day, baby.
I'm still repping, but hey, I got to call it like I see it right now, man. They still
Can you hear
trash.
me? Can you hear me when I say this? Can you hear that?
Yeah, but they still trash. But okay, so let's dive into this, man. This is gonna be a real deep dive. So a black real estate investor was racially profiled by this white lady in a affluent neighborhood. Well, I guess the lady didn't think any black people should live. But let's get into what actually happened. Then we're gonna break it down. We're gonna hear her side of the story, and we're gonna hear his side of the story. Let's go. Oh,
Can you hear? First of all, why is she ringing the doorbell at her own porch?
nah, it's their porch. It's the black people's porch.
So why is she even on their property?
Do you live here? You do? Papa. I don't believe that. I don't believe that.
Oh no!
Roy, come on. Roy, come on.
Is she running? Left the stroller? The baby in the stroller? Oh
All right, sorry.
What? She said that someone was following her. So you were walking from there?
No, you came this way, didn't you?
No, I came down this street right here.
Yeah.
And I was riding slow because I'm looking at our Christmas lights.
Well, you just have to understand my point of view. Being by myself with two kids, I just saw a car coming, and so I was like, oh, it scared me, and so I just pulled up here, and I kept thinking, this could be his house. But you didn't say, this is my home. You just said, are you looking? I'm not like...
I did. When you was on the porch, you asked me, did I live here? I said, yeah.
And you said, no, you don't.
And you said, I don't think you do.
It was obviously, you could tell that I was really caught off guard.
Like, I'm pulling in my... It's like I'm pulling in my house. Like, this is not... This neighborhood is probably one of the best neighborhoods in Ohio. You don't have to worry about stuff like that.
Well, I'm very sorry.
She a damn lie. Talking about I was thinking this was his house. Bitch, you just said uh you just asked him if he lived there. He said, yeah, you just said, I don't think you do. So how the hell was you thinking that was his house?
Crazy work, exactly. Like, come on, girl, be seriously. And even the other neighbor, even the neighbors and her husband knew she tripped out because I don't know if you got that video, but she repeatedly says she went on TikTok or whatever, and she
Yeah, I
repeatedly
got
says like my okay, let's check that out.
all right, yeah, because she was tripping, man. And then she was at the door. I mean, she went to the house.
So today I'm gonna show you two.
She went to the house and was ringing on the doorbell, but then she had asked the man, I mean, he had slowed down. She had asked him something. I couldn't find the first video, So I had got that from somewhere. But when he was driving down the street or something, he asked her, was she looking for something or somebody or something like that. That's why she went up there and rang the doorbell, because I guess she thought he was trying to talk to her or something. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Okay, so let's get into what she was saying, her side of the story. And she actually did 3 clips. So we'll just break it down a little bit by little bit.
So I want to jump on here because my Facebook is public, and for those of you guys who...
And I think the only reason she jumped on here is because they said her online business and stuff was suffering. And people was
Mm-hmm.
on her Facebook calling her out.
are telling me that I owe a
Racist.
public apology. One, I will not apologize for making any sort of racist remark. I am the furthest thing from a racist.
How can you even prop your mouth to say that when you just told the dude you don't think he lived there?
Exactly. And a very affluent neighbor. I'm the furthest thing from racist. I have 2 biracial black friends.
And then it was the way she said it. No, I don't think you do. You know what I'm saying? like
It's
you
like,
you
yeah.
can't live in this neighborhood.
And then you take
I
off
will.
running.
Yeah, screaming for help. Like you could have got there, and we're gonna get into that because this is what black people go through when motherfuckers like this call the laws on them and they thought process. You know what I'm saying? But we gonna get into that. She took off running, yelling for help. You know what I'm saying? They could have came and
Yeah.
followed that black man up, man.
However, apologize that my expression could ever come across in such a way, or that somebody could think something of that nature of myself and my family. So, long story short, I need to give the context because there's a lot of y'all who are, I'm sure, coming to my page right now, not knowing. JB's coming down. Hold on.
No, I think this video, yeah, it ends right there. So we'll skip this one and go to the next video. She actually had 3 that she put up on her I guess this was IG or X account. I'm not sure which one, but okay, here we go.
House. And I said, I don't think that it is. And at that point, the only reason that I said that was because truly the awkward encounter of slowing up behind me, talking to us multiple times. I'm in this frantic state. It's late at night. I got my kids, my 2 babies. The lady at the door is not answering. There's no other homes that are well established. I mean, there's construction. It's a corner house. I'm just thinking, oh my gosh, I'm on the front porch. This truck literally is halfway up the driveway.
Okay, but on the video that we watched at first, didn't she say when he was slowing down, she was thinking this is his house?
Yeah,
But now
exactly.
all of a sudden you in a panic.
That's how you know she covering her ass. She ain't do nothing but cover her
And
own ass.
Exactly.
I was like,
Racist ass.
my radar was like, nope, I don't think that this is your house. And so I said, I don't believe that this is your house. And so I'm starting to unbuckle Cash, and I grab and I freak. I go, Rory, run. And so I take off the porch and I literally run as fast as I can, screaming at the top of my lung. I'm getting all these messages, I'm so sorry. Screaming at the top of my lung. I've never, ever, ever screamed the way that I screamed. And I'm running through the front yards of everybody, praying that the Ring doorbell would capture us. Finally, to get to a woman's house, I'm bang on the door. And at this point, I'm dialing 911, and I said, can I please come in? And the woman said, yes, come in. And so I'm standing there, I'm talking to the sheriff, and more than anything, I was not looking for him to come to my rescue at this point. My husband was gonna come. I'm in this woman's house, the door is closed, and I tell the man, he said, do I need to come out? And I just said, no. I said, I was just calling to let you know that this just happened. My husband's gonna come get me. And he says, he asked me if I wanted him to come out, and I said no. And so the woman then, I was at her house, she literally asked me and said, she said, I don't know how to ask this. She goes, but was it a black man? Because she goes, it's a black family that lives there. And I said, no, I believe that this is a white man. He was a white man in a truck, a young white
Man, this bitch
This
lying,
is
bro.
all lies. All lies. Come on, man. We're not dumb. And
This
cover
even
your own
sound
ass.
like a lie. So you
Yes.
said it was a white man in a truck, right? The white man with dreads. Come on, man. And then
It don't even
look, I
sound
believe
like a
I
white man.
believe the lady asked you that. I really believe that the lady asked her that, and I believe the lady
Of course
asked
she
her.
asked her that.
I believe the lady asked her in the way that she's saying, "Is it a black man?" Because you know a black family lives down there. Because she's saying
You
like
overreacting.
yeah, you overreacting because black people stay at there's a black family that stays in this neighborhood, so maybe you're overreacting. I think that's how the lady was saying it
I
exactly.
know she said it like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
white man is what I said. And she said, okay. She goes, because that's a black family that lives there. And I said, no, I don't think that it was a black man. And then when my husband got there, I stood out front and we're still trying to get the Ring doorbell footage of me talking to my husband. But he asked me again, he said, what house was it? And I said, it was this house right here. And he goes, are you sure it wasn't a black guy? He goes, because that's a black family. And I said, no, I don't believe that it was a black man. And so we get in the car and we go to pick up the stroller. And I've said this a million times, I have never felt the fear that I had even just pulling up in front of the house when John opened the door to get out of the truck. The amount of, I've never went into like fight or flight like that before. And so he gets out of the car and he goes up to the woman's house, and a woman comes out onto the front porch and she says something along the lines like, did you forget something or did you leave something? And John laughs and he's like, yes, we did. I'm so sorry. And I get out of the car and I walk up to the woman and I could not tell her fast enough what had happened. She walks out on the porch and I jump out of the car and I said, I said, oh my gosh, yes, there was a man. And John was the one that said a man was following her, chasing her, following her is what I said. I used the word chasing.
You said
Following me.
following,
And
chasing.
so she said, I jumped out of the car and I said, I'm so sorry. I said, literally, I was pretending that your house was my house. I was walking up the driveway and then I was like turning in. I was pretending that it was yours. And she goes, yeah, that was my husband. And so he ends up coming out and he's like, I told you this was my house. And at that.
But why are you pretending that house is your house? I don't get it.
I mean, I can understand. Like she said, she's walking. It looked like nighttime. Like, what the hell are you doing out with
Oh
two
yeah,
kids
it
at
was
night?
nighttime. Okay, so she's saying she figured a truck is following her, so she was gonna pretend like
Yeah.
that was her house, and
I
she
mean, I
was
kind of
driving
done
the truck.
something like, yeah, I kind of done something like that
Okay,
before.
I
It's
get
like,
it. I get that part
yeah.
now. At first, I didn't get why would you pretend it's your, especially if he said that was his house though. Why are you pretending like
Now,
it's your
yeah,
house?
now it's all weird after that. So,
Yeah,
and I felt like she seen a black dude in the window. I was like, what the hell? So she's going up to this port. She's ringing a doorbell. So she's probably thinking it's like another white person that lives there anyways. But it's like,
yeah, exactly. But I will
no, it's
say this.
more black people.
But I will say this: when his wife came out the house, only because it was in black and white, I did think I did. My thought was that his wife was white.
Oh,
Point,
okay,
I
yeah.
literally started, I said, I'm so sorry. I said, I am so sorry. And I told him, I said, sorry. I said, I'm so sorry. And then, I said, this is your house. That was my words. I said, I'm so sorry. I said, this is your house. I said, I truly kept thinking like, maybe this is his house. Maybe this is his house. And he says, well, I told you this was your house. And I said, you have to understand. I said, I'm so sorry. I said, it was such an awkward encounter. I said, the truck was like starting to slow behind me. And I'm out here with my little girl and my son. And I said, I'm a mom and it was dark. And he said, but I told you that this was my house. He says, I was driving slow because I was looking at my Christmas lights. And once again, I said, I am so sorry. And they truly, they did not take my apology. And that night, I went home. And so if you guys saw on Instagram, I shared the story twice. the only reason that I shared the story is because I was heartbroken and it was a really scary night. I've always shared everything on Instagram. And so that night after that whole instance happened, I literally was sitting on the steps, first of all, and John kept trying to talk to me. I kept telling him I was so sorry. And I've never, just the panic. I literally could not come down from this fight or flight. From the time that I was at the woman's house to literally 30 seconds later, telling the woman that I was just followed to the man stepping out on the front porch and it being his house. It was all of these different emotions. And so I'm sitting at home, literally having this meltdown. And I kept telling John I was so sorry. I felt really stupid. And so on the way home, I forgot to say that the cop was driving around our neighborhood. And I'm getting all these messages. I'm so sorry.
Okay, do we even need to finish going through this
Nah,
typical
man, that's a wrap.
Karenicity? I mean, because that's what
Karenicity
it
for
is.
real.
Typical Karenicity, typical white woman trying to put her narrative spin on the truth. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
The truth is, you saw a black man in a neighborhood, thought he was up to no good, and you racially profiled it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And
And
now
it's
you look
yeah.
stupid.
Yeah, you racially profile him. You got scared. You're running down the neighborhood, causing this big old scene. He's chasing me. First of all, he's pulling into his driveway. You're on his porch. You're in the wrong.
Exactly.
You left your stroller. I don't know why you're walking your kids at nighttime, anyways. I understand it's your neighborhood. It's probably a gay community. They say it's an affluent neighborhood, but still, Why are you walking your kids at this time of night? That's weird. He's rolling down. He's probably riding slow. Like, who the hell is that in my damn yard? You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? It's like
exactly.
it's confusing. Let's see what he got to say about it. I ain't know he put his point of view yet.
Yeah, so he was on Shannon Sharp's nightcap, and so this is what he had to say about it. And like every black man in America, when she started running, screaming for her life, basically, his adrenaline started rushing, and he started thinking, shit, if the laws come, they probably gonna shoot the shit out of me. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
So let's get his take on it.
January. If you can recount the events as you remember as vividly as you possibly can.
Yeah, I can remember. It wasn't too long ago. I was leaving one of my real estate job sites in the inner city, wrapping it up for the day. It was about 5:15. Took me about 45 minutes to get home. So I'm proud to go home. Shannon, something I want you to know is when they say it's an affluent neighborhood, it's one of the most wealthiest neighborhoods in Ohio.
Wow, congrats.
And my house is the best house in the
That's what I'm
neighborhood
talking about.
because
Come on now.
I designed it from scratch. I'm an architectural designer. I bought the land, I financed the land, designed it from scratch, and I built it from the ground up using all my resources. So proud to come home. I'm pulling up, checking out my Christmas lights we just put up for the holiday season. And there happens to be a lady in the driveway with 2 kids. So I don't think nothing of it. Kids coming in and out my house all the time. I got kids, got a family over here. I don't think nothing of it. I think she's looking for the front door. I say, hey, are you looking for somebody? She doesn't answer. She then proceeds to go to the porch. So I'm like, okay, so she's probably coming over. So I pull in the driveway. I'm about to park, and she rings the doorbell and comes to the front of the front porch and stops me and says, do you live here? And I said, yeah, I live here. She said, well, I don't think so. So I said, well, what are you doing here? She says, I don't think you live here. Picks the kid up, drops the stroller, hops off the porch, starts running, and I hear screaming, yelling for help. At that point, now I'm in fear. I'm in fear because I know what we face as black men in America. So I rush to the garage, park in the garage, come in the house. My wife's in the office.
I said, babe, some white Caucasian lady, she just jumped off our front porch, screaming, yelling for help. I don't know if she's gonna call the police. I'm pacing back and forth. I don't know what's about to happen.
See, I know what was going through his mind, man. They might come over here and bust in here thinking that, you know what I'm saying? I might be in there holding somebody hostage, holding a white family hostage or something.
Exactly.
You know, you could have cost this man his life by doing that dumb shit. Running down the street. You was already at somebody's house that you felt you was going to safety and ringing the doorbell. You know what I'm saying? So why did you start running down the street hollering, help me, when this man hadn't did nothing to you? All he said was, this is my house. When you asked him, do you live here? He said, yeah. So why is you running down the street talking about help me, help me? Now I can see if he said something to her, called her a bitch, or, you know, act like that he was gonna go after her or something like that, then she would have had the right to run down the street screaming help, help, and all. But he didn't do a damn thing to her.
She basically screaming bloody murder. You know what I'm
That's what
saying?
I'm saying. So why would you take off? Why would you take off running like that and with your kids? You wanted somebody to think the worst.
Yeah. And she really thought he didn't live there. So she was going to use, she was about to use all her white privilege in that one. He doesn't live here. She probably would have came up with all type of scenarios. He he called me out my name. He made me leave my on their porch, and but he lives there. And even the other people's like, it's a black family. I mean, they sound like, usually I'll be with you, but you got to understand that he really is supposed to be there. So, I
Now
mean,
your
you kind of
husband told
overreacting.
you, your neighbor told you that a black family stayed there. Your husband told you that a black family stayed there. You steady saying no, it was a white man when you know damn well you saw that black man and you saw those dreads.
Exactly.
Even if you thought he was a white man because he's light bright, I know you saw the dreads.
You saw them dreads. You heard the way he talked. He's like, excuse me. You didn't even put that in there. He's like, excuse me, are you looking for anything? You still trying to fake like that's your house or something. Like,
That's crazy.
nah, man, that's crazy.
I bet when his wife came outside and she saw that she was black, she damn near shitted on herself.
I know she did. She over here making she was just talking about,
6 p.m.
oh, well, I said I'm sorry and all that. So yeah.
Regular day.
What we got?
We pacing back and forth. I don't. At this point, I'm like, I don't know what's about to happen. Um, she comes back before the police gets here. Um, I don't want to go outside. I don't want to go outside with them outside, and the police pulls up, and I don't know what's going to pop off. If the police pull up, altercation happen, anything could happen.
Right.
I know they're going to side with them. So my wife's come outside, and she just wants to figure out what's going on because she's in shock, and I'll let her say how she ended up coming outside or whatnot.
Okay, when he
Yeah, when he came home and he said, you know, there's a.
I was going to ask you.
Oh, go
He
ahead.
comes into the house. He says, "Babe, there's a white lady standing on our porch. She's running, yelling, screaming. I don't know what this is about." And so, what's going through your mind when he explains what he just encountered?
I was in my office working and I'm confused. I'm not understanding what's going on. Like, what do you mean there's a white woman running screaming for help? Screaming for help for what? He's like, I don't know. And immediately my heart dropped. I'm like walking and pacing back and forth. Like, okay, just wait. Okay. Well, what happened? Nothing. I was just pulling in the house. And I'm like, what is she screaming for? He's like, I don't know. And I'm like, are you?
See, that's that bullshit. That's that
Yeah.
bullshit. But hey, if y'all want to see the rest of that clip, y'all go to Nightcap and watch the rest of it. We're not gonna play it all. You know what I'm saying? Think that will be taken away from Shannon's views. That's why we chop these videos up and we stop them and we commentate on them and stuff like that. But yeah, y'all check out Nightcap. It's like a 30-minute interview on there. If you want to see the whole thing, you know what I'm saying? We was just touching on some key points, which was why was she at the house anyway? Why was she asking the man, does he live there? And when people told her that a black family stayed at that house, she was adamant about, oh no, it was a white man, knowing damn well it was a black man.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, but that's for the white people who act like they don't know. This is what black people go through on an everyday basis. You know what I'm saying?
Everyday basis.
So
And
like
it's
we
like
saying,
you put go ahead,
go
D
ahead,
Murray.
go ahead.
It's like you guys, it's like his mere presence put that much fear into her heart that she snatched her babies up, left all her belongings on that man's porch, and he didn't even do anything to her. He didn't say anything to her. She's actually on his property, but he's the one getting treated like he's a bad guy just because of his presence. And that's just the way that we, especially as black men, have to be how we are when we're in public. You know what I'm saying? We're at the grocery store. If we're going down an aisle and it's only a white lady and it's us, sometimes it's a little awkward because she's tugging her purse or she might try to scoot out the aisle real quick. Or, you know what I'm saying? Even if we're in a gym,
Yeah,
we're we're passing up a white lady in a little area and it's like a little enclosed area. It's just very uncomfortable because you as a black male can feel the energy that she might be screaming Bloody Mary. I didn't do anything, just my mere presence being here is throwing her off. And that's what we have to deal with, people. It's real out here.
yep. This encounter right here shows you the definition of let me see your freedom papers. Because
Whoo,
I
speak.
don't think you're supposed to be in this vicinity, in this area. You know what I'm saying? I don't think
Nah,
you're a
facts.
freeman. So yeah, that's the true
Yeah.
definition of it right there. I mean, if you needed an example of what we be saying when we say when people stop us, when these Karens stop us and ask us, do we live in certain areas or should we be in certain places? That right there is a prime example of let me see your freedom papers because I don't
And
believe you.
and just thank God for video cameras now. I know that police still shooting us and getting away with it, but at least it gives us context. And at least it gives the younger population of the white people understanding like, okay, they overreact. He's not doing nothing. This person isn't doing nothing. This person just exercising their freedom. This person is literally just coming home. It's
No
like
doubt.
you guys see how y'all overreact with us.
Because if that ring camera wasn't there, I guarantee you the narrative would have been totally different. It would have been, oh, well, he was trying to do this to me or trying to do that to me. You know what I'm saying? The narrative would have
He
been,
was cat calling me instead of
yeah,
saying. Now she was saying. First she said chasing until the video came out. Now he was just following me. But at first it would have been no. He was chasing me. I swear to God, he was chasing me. He cat called me. He's yelling out the window obscenities. None of that happened
exactly.
because it's on video. You can't do that. So now you got to come through with this little. I promise I wasn't being racist. I promise you got to come through with that because we got you on video. You was being racist, even if it was subconscious. It's the best neighborhood, one of the best neighborhood in the whole state of Ohio. You're not used to seeing black people there.
Exactly.
Subconsciously, you was being racist. You know what I'm saying? And it got and your subconscious got aired out to the world.
Yep, type shit. That type shit right there, man. Tell you. That's crazy. But I think if you don't have anything else, I think we can end it on that note right there. That was very educational.
Yeah, that's it. I mean, we're gonna come back to you probably two, three times, probably one, two more times this week. So y'all get ready. We bring the news. We're dropping shorts. You know what I'm saying? Long formats. Follow us on Spinning the Block Media on all platforms, even on TikTok. Hope you didn't delete your TikTok. And we there.
No doubt, definitely. Hey, know we had some technical issues the past 2 weeks with the streams. We working those out. But we definitely gonna chop this up so y'all can watch it in segments. Definitely gonna be bringing y'all more content. So y'all stay tuned. Hey, give us time. We're gonna get it right. You know what I'm saying? Next week will go smoother. The next week after that will go smoother. So we're a little bit rusty. We ain't been in here in 2 years. Just bear with us, baby. Don't fall off. You know what I'm saying?
Don't fall
Keep
off.
going. And as always, hey man, this stream was brought to you by Hughes BOA and D's Totally Tees. You know what I'm saying? So y'all get up in there, man, and support Hughes BOA and support D's Totally Tees. Right now, Hughes BOA got a 50% off sale. I think it's going off this week. You know what I'm saying? So y'all go get y'all gear. Hey man, be like just hilarious. You know what I'm saying?
I was
Get
just
that
about to say
trucker
that.
hat. Get that trucker
Man, for
hat back
real.
there. You know what I'm saying? We got some Texas raised gear. Get in that Texas raised gear. That houndstooth hoodie is hard. You know what I'm saying? And if you
The
need
hardest.
anything customized,
The
if you need
hardest.
anything customized, man, I can't scream this enough. You need anything customized, go get with that boy DJ Designs, man. Hey,
Yeah.
he ain't gonna let you down. It's gonna be a one of a kind piece. You know what I'm saying? So you won't be wearing the same thing everybody else is wearing, unless it's like a family reunion or something. Y'all all need the same shirts. But what he does is specialize in custom designs. So if you need anything custom, get with DJ Designs because he makes everything custom.
Whew, that's hard, man. Y'all go get that 50% off at Hughes Boa. Hey, don't wait too late. Go get that right now.
Hey, and we'll see y'all later on this week. We'll let y'all know when we schedule and when we're gonna schedule another live. But for sure, we're gonna come back at y'all Sunday.
At
But we'll
7:30,
do
we here.
but we'll do a stream in between then. It might not be this long, but hey, it will be. You know it's gonna be some good content in there. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
We just gotta get past the little bugs and fixes that we got to do. But hey, once we get it rolling, hey, you already know, baby, it's in motion. You know what I'm talking about? So y'all get with us, man. This is Derek DeMille, Spinning the Block Media,
And this DJ Designs at Spinning the Block Media.
and we out. Peace.